Hello, my name is Rajesh Vashist, and I am a second-year MBA candidate and Center for Digital Strategies MBA Fellow at the Tuck School of Business. I am pleased to welcome Philip Rosenberg, Senior Vice President of Business Development at Sony PlayStation, who is joining us today as part of the Bridge Technology Impact Series. Welcome to Tuck, Phil.
Yeah, good morning, Raj.
Thank you for being here.
Sure, our pleasure.
So let's start with some questions. My first question is about how have technology innovation and consumer adoption trends in the mobile space impacted PlayStation?
Well, PlayStation's been in the mobile gaming space since 2005, and we continue to explore new and new ways to enhance that console gaming experience away from home. The other very cool proposition we now have is that with our PlayStation 3, being able to connect to PSP wherever it is, if you're in a Wi-Fi hotspot, allows gameplay to travel and come to a level that we just hadn't considered in the past.
And like an added question to that, how have technological innovations in the game space impacted the mobile space?
Well, I think that we've raised the bar a lot on what quality content looks like. So if you're gaming on a PDA or a mobile device or a phone, I think that you're going to see a big difference in quality around gaming. And I think that that maybe has applied a bit of pressure to the mobile game developers to up their opportunity. Although, when you buy an iPhone, for instance, you're buying it primarily to be a phone. I'm not sure if that device has the processing power that a PlayStation would have, or if it will have in the future.
And like given the size of the screen of an iPhone versus the PSP that you guys have, do you see any competition from those kind of devices, like the mobile devices?
Well, I think the screen on the iPhone is fantastic. This is not about an iPhone PlayStation comparison, I don't think. I think in the mobile gaming space, what we've done is try to go really to our heritage of gaming. And what does console gaming mean in your home, and how can you take that experience on the road with you? We think that the promise of PlayStation Portable, whether you're using the PSP 3000 that takes a physical media disc, the UMD, or the PSP Go, which is just all digital, we think that the promise is that you'll be able to play the games you love at home away from home.
Okay, but is there a potential for a consumer who has like an iPhone app for a game to switch to an iPhone versus like taking his PSP along with him? Because the phone, you always carry that phone with yourself.
You know what that guy's not going to have? That guy's not going to have God of War. That guy's not going to have Ratchet and Clank. That guy's not going to have Uncharted 2. I think that the content that we're creating and building for our games aren't going to be showing up on competitive platforms.
How do you see the value chain of the industry changing, and how is the competition being affected?
So not just mobile gaming, but console gaming for PlayStation stands for connection to the internet. PlayStation 3 stands for Blu-ray. PlayStation 3 stands for high definition gaming. And I think by having this broad distribution of these of PlayStation 3s, for instance, in people's homes, connected to the internet, gives us license to enhance not only their gaming opportunity, so you can buy a game and download a map pack in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the biggest game of the year, but we also can serve in advertising on the fly. So now we've become an advertising opportunity for big brands. We can create our own programming whenever we want because we have these millions and millions of people who are using their PlayStation 3 and they're connected to their high definition screen. So the value chain of the games space has really changed over the years. Before, the device itself was a passive device, always connected to a TV, but now it's a very dynamic, very active device, and we're able to talk to it, and we're able to talk to our customer every day on the fly in a way that they're interested in hearing from us.
And what do you see the future of like interactive games where users role play, like Art of Warcraft and the real life games. Where do you see PlayStation playing into that? Do you think there will be a competition?
Last year we brought out a game called Uncharted 2 for PlayStation 3. It was the game of the year. It got more awards than I think just about any game ever. And what it did was bring a realism to video gaming that was almost gave the gamer a feeling of being able to direct their own movie and play their own movie. With products like Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet Game of the Year, we've given license to the gamers to create their own game levels and post them up to the Little Big Planet and and allow their peers to play the games that they've created. You know, I think since we've launched Little Big Planet, more than 2 million levels have been posted up on the Little Big Planet by the gaming community. So back to your question of role-playing games or different kinds of games, I think what PlayStation has done is has given license to just about anybody with a really great and creative idea to come in and develop product for our community.